When I first started out as a fitness competitor, I was so organized about my food. I'd plan out my meals, prep them, and stash them in the freezer. Then each morning, I'd fill up my trusty water bottle, grab a frozen meal, and head out the door, feeling oh so healthy. Well, I had good intentions, but I later realized I was missing the mark in one big way. I was using a bunch of plastic. And what's hiding in all that BPA-free plastic? Potentially harmful chemicals that can still leach into your food and drink, causing inflammation and interfering with fitness goals. But no more. I'm Dr. Venus, and today I'll share the simple kitchen swaps that helped me reduce plastic use. Get ready for doable steps that cut way down on plastic without feeling overwhelmed. Let's do this. But first, a quick heads up. The information I'm providing here is for your entertainment and education, and it is not meant to be a substitute for professional medical advice, nor is it meant to be a substitute for a consultation with a healthcare professional. And now, on with the show. So, is it really worth the effort to ditch all this plastic? I once asked myself that too. The answer is a resounding yes. Reducing your plastic exposure provides big benefits for your health and the world around us. Many plastics contain endocrine disruptors. What's an endocrine disruptor? It's a chemical that interferes with our natural hormone balance. Long-term use and exposure to these chemicals can throw off your hormonal balance. This hormone havoc makes it nearly impossible to lose weight effectively, even when dieting and exercising. It slows metabolism and zaps energy levels. Endocrine disruptors are also linked to other issues like fertility problems, diabetes, and even some cancers. Let me give you a quick rundown of some top plastic offenders and their potential harms. First, there's Bisphenol A, also known as BPA. This is an endocrine disruptor tied to hormonal issues and metabolic disorders. And here's the sneaky part. Even plastic labeled BPA-free often contains substitute chemicals that may not be much safer. Super sketchy, huh? Next is phthalates, a group of chemicals used to soften plastics. These can also be endocrine disruptors, so they can mess with your hormones and fertility. Bad news. Then we've got PFAS, which stands for a mouthful. Perfluoroalkyl and polyfluoroalkyl substances. These compounds are used in nonstick and waterproof coatings and can build up in your body and the environment and cause a variety of serious health effects, from developmental problems to cancer. PFAS compounds are so slow to break down, in fact, that they are commonly called forever chemicals. Yikes! Transitioning away from plastic, of course, benefits the planet as well. Plastic pollution chokes our oceans and waterways. It kills marine life and enters the food chain as microplastics. These are tiny particles that result from the breakdown of larger plastics. So reducing plastic is not just about cleaner oceans. It's about safeguarding our ecosystems and our future. When avoiding plastic, watch out for fancy terms like polypropylene, polystyrene, polyethylene, polycarbonate, PVDC. Basically, it's all plastic. Don't know a term? Google it. Knowledge is power. So what alternatives to plastic should we be looking for? Glass, steel, wood, bamboo, and silicone may be good options for you.
depending on how you use them. For example, silicone might not be a great option if you plan to heat it up, like in baking or microwaving. There's simply not a whole lot of research yet on whether chemicals leach from silicone when heated. With plastics surrounding us, going completely plastic-free is pretty much impossible if you're living in modern society. But have hope. No need for an overnight miracle. Small changes that you start incorporating into your life can still get you to a place that's healthier for you and your family. Every little bit of plastic exposure that you can reduce is good for your body and good for the world around us. Today, I'm sharing the gradual approach I've taken to phase out unnecessary plastics in my home. Over time, I'm simply swapping out a few key items. Swap number 1, food storage facelift. My first step was to transition away from the plastic food storage containers I've used for years. I started by purchasing just one new glass container set to replace a few of my most frequently used plastic ones. Swapping out just a few plastic containers at a time every month or two kept things gradual and so doable. Now, glass storage containers often come with plastic lids, so I looked into options like silicone and bamboo lids that create a plastic-free seal. However, if a set with plastic lids are all you can find, try placing a small sheet of unbleached wax paper between the lid and your food as a barrier, or simply make sure that you don't fill the container all the way to the top where it would touch the plastic lid. Swap number 2, reusable bottle refresh. My next swap, ditching the old plastic water bottle I had carried around with me for so long. Instead, I chose a stainless steel bottle by Bambao with a bamboo lid and silicone gasket. No more toxic chemicals leaching into my water from plastic. When you look at water bottles, be sure to check the lid. While most of the water bottle may be made out of something like stainless steel, oftentimes you'll see some sort of plastic being used in the lid. Swap number 3, water pitcher purge. I also replaced my plastic water pitcher with a glass version. It has a stainless steel lid with a silicone ring. Plus, there's a filter on the lid. So, for an infused water boost, I can add sliced fruit, herbs, or vegetables to my pitcher. So long plastic, hello flavor. These simple food and drink swaps help cut down on plastic chemicals getting into my body, and doing it gradually makes it less overwhelming. The key is becoming more conscious about plastic use. Check labels, choose plastic-free alternatives when reasonable, and phase in changes at your own pace. Small steps lead to big results over time for your health and the planet. Alrighty, my plastic purging pals. Now it's your turn to slay the plastic beast in your own kitchen. Start small, swap smart, and ditch those sneaky chemicals leaching into your eats and drinks. Just take those baby steps to big change over time. Your body and our planet will thank you. And be sure to share your plastic-free victories with me. I want to cheer you on. Before you go, please show some love by hitting that like button and subscribing for more healthy living tips. I'm Dr. Venus, signing off and wishing you the best on your journey toward better health and a plastic-free paradise. Stay fit, be happy.